I'm addressing to the teachers. All of you, are you able to hear me?
Yes, madam. Go ahead, madam, please.
Yes, madam.
Participants speaker off ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಕೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಹಂಗಾಗಿ ರಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಅದನ್ನ
Okay. You are able to see my screen
Yes, madam.
and hear me clearly?
Yes, madam.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, in today's scenario, the digital technology is a valid tool, I would rather say. 10 years back or 5 years back, if we teachers, we were told to use the digital technology in classroom teaching, we would have laughed and we would have said, what is the need, right? But on the other hand, after the COVID pandemic and nearly 2 hours every day, we have to be in contact with the students, motivate them, deliver the content to them. And in these 2 years of lockdown, the whole threshold of development of the scenario of delivering the content to the students has changed. I think all of you are going to agree with me with these words. We have to go ahead with the process. We have to keep in touch with the students. We have to motivate them. Virtually, we have to connect to them and deliver the contents. Then how is it possible? So what is the requirement in order to meet this particular goal in the changing scenario? So way back in 2001, University of Mysore was one of the first universities to understand the significance of ICT in classroom teaching. That is information technology and information communication technology in classroom teaching. And that's how we were the first one to introduce the use of various softwares, like converting your PowerPoint into a PDF and delivering the content accurately using the PowerPoint presentations, using animations, using illustrations, using the graphics. So nearly more than 1,000 teachers we have trained in the first decade, that is between 2001 and 2011 itself. We could teachers picked up across the country. We trained them to use this technology, using of the smart boards and using of delivering apart from blackboard presentation, we tried to empower them with the IT skills. So that's how even including our own professors from our campus, nearly around 1,000 teachers underwent training between 2000 and 2011. So of course, now all of you have heard about the new NEP and the new education policy. Now the whole education scenario is getting revamped in the country. So National Policy on Information and Communication Technology in School Education was brought in the year 2012. This guideline was developed by the Ministry of Human Resource Development, Government of India. And government also further emphasizes in a mission statement to devise, catalyze, support and sustain ICT and ICT-enabled activities and processes in order to improve access, quality and efficiency in school system. So in this direction, nearly 5 years back, what we did is nearly from around 10 schools in and around Mysore, we picked up we selected the government schools, we picked up students from those schools, we trained them how to use the computers. And also not only that, from our department, we donated nearly 100 computers to these government schools. So in this scenario, I'm I feel that I'm little qualified to talk about the digital tools in the education technology. So the magic bullet of education today is the ICT. So today, if we have to connect with the students, if we have to motivate them, and if we have to guide them, the best way to do this is by the e-learning modules, web-based learning, even the web pages. Effectively, we will be able to develop subject-based or based on the paper that we are handling. We will be able to develop very illustrious, detailed web pages. We will be able to develop and deliver the content to the students. Then online learning using the learning management system that I will be talking about, a complete package, what all the activities that we are going to do in the classroom that we will be able to perform virtually using this learning management system. And of course, almost all universities have come forward with the distance learning. These are the four running concepts currently many universities and many institutions are adopting. And also they advocate the globalization, a classroom without any walls, a classroom without any limitation. So the students can be from any part of the globe, a teacher can be from any part of the world. So this is the scenario that we are witnessing today in the field of education. So the bottom line is educate from anywhere, anytime, and in any mode. So this is the advantage of adopting the digital tools in the classroom teaching. So since if we are going to go by the, say, the population survey that is done by the government of India, nearly 67% of the Indian population is critically, it is a very young population. They are the youth who have to make a career, who have to make a living. And for them, the basic education is the most valuable thing. So the present government is very particular about the skill-based and the use of ICT in empowering the youth. And then one of the biggest challenges when teaching online is you have to give your best to the student. You have to retain them in the virtual classroom. You have to motivate them. Whatever activities that as a teacher we were doing face-to-face in the classroom, that we have to do it virtually. How do we do it? How can we do it virtually? How will we be able to connect to the students? So for that, we require certain facilities. What are the facilities? Very broadly, I have classified the facilities that a teacher requires, and also at the other side, a student also requires. First one is you require a very good computer. It can be a laptop, it can be a desktop, or it can be a tablet, or it can be a smartphone. Anything can be used over there. And this device has to be connected to a stable internet connectivity. Stable internet, a broadband connectivity is absolutely needed. And the right type of, just how you are, say, undergoing the refresher program here by the HRD, you require a meeting software. You require number of softwares to prepare your presentation, to prepare your lessons and presentations. You require appropriate softwares. So information technology and internet are the major drivers of research, innovation, growth, and then the social change. If at all, if we want to bring a change in the society, means very specifically, we have to empower the students, we have to educate the youth, and they should be specifically whatever the learning modules that they are going to undergo. Based on that, they should be able to get into a comfortable job. The growth in internet has brought changes in all walks of life, including education. So we are seeing almost from more than a decade, we are enjoying e-banking. We have seen a shift in the television technology. We have seen a shift in the banking sector. So this is how, why not adopt when the technology is available? Why not adopt in order to make the student more knowledgeable? Even in this difficult time, why not utilize the technology in the area of education? So for that, we are going to call it as e-content development, electronic content development. So electronic content includes all kinds of content created and delivered through various electronic media. It can be radio, it can be through your, as I said, by web pages, websites, we will be able to deliver the content, or by recorded videos, we will be able to deliver the content, or we will be able to create a PPT or convert it into a PDF or post this. Either we are using a WhatsApp group or we are using a virtual meeting software like a Zoom or Google Meet. The way in which we are going to deliver our content to the students, this, in other words, electronically delivered information using the electronic tools in combination with video and audio, images, text. E-content requires huge amount of creativity, both at information level as well as at the technology level. Here, an online teacher, he should be comfortable with the technology, and he should be effectively be able to use the technology for the delivering of the information to the students. So the first and foremost, as I said, the facilities that are required by a teacher and a student, as I have divided it, a hardware is required, and the software is required, and a very stable internet facility is required. So what are the fundamental requirement in terms of hardware is, it can be a desktop computer, a simple, say anything above i5 processor, anything above a 3.5 gigahertz processor, or a laptop or a tablet or a smartphone, anything is okay. A student will be able to deliver that. So then on the other hand, any scenario, not necessary that the classes has to be from a desktop computer, or the student also has to listen through a desktop. No such limitations. Any out of the any devices, a student will be able to utilize any of the devices that I have listed at the top. Then, as I said, there are certain technical configurations. The old outdated computers will not be able to handle the latest softwares. You will not be able to install the latest softwares in the outdated computers. So that is why anything above, as per the technicality of the Skype, they have given 1 gigahertz. This, as it is, I have taken from the Skype web page. But now in the current scenario, anything above say the for the i5 processor, and anything above 4 GB of RAM will be sufficient to handle the video transfer and the audio transfer. Otherwise, what is going to happen? The video and audio transfer will not be continuous, and it will not be smooth. The another major important technicality that is needed for online content delivery is the internet. One should have a stable internet. What do you mean by stable internet? Means 10 minutes it is connecting, another 5 minutes the connectivity is not there. So this type of disturbed connectivity, the student and the teacher both will be put under a lot of stress. So if a online class has to go on very smoothly, means there has to be a stable internet system. So in the next, in continuation with the hardware, apart from the computer, very globally, I said computer over there, the computer also should have a very comfortable keyboard, and a very sensitive mouse is also needed. So because most of the time we will be using the mouse for clicking and selecting the things and correcting and all those things. So that is why the mouse pointer and the mouse sensitivity should be very high. And another major requirement for an online class is the sound. The sound has to transfer very in clarity, and there should not be any background noise. Most of the computers and laptops today are coming with inbuilt speakers, inbuilt microphone. But what is going to happen is clarity of the sound will be sacrificed over there, because they are also going to pick up the background noise. So if we are going to have a separate headphone and a microphone together, we will be able to, today, whatever headphones that we are getting in the market, the background noise cancellation is there. completely the background noise can be cancelled in those headphones. So thereby we must have a very powerful headphone and a microphone over there. And of course, we must have a very good camera. If the video we are face to face, we are seeing virtually, and then we are conducting the class, means we must have a very good high definition webcam is needed, or the tablets or the laptops or the smartphones that you have purchased 4 or 5 years back, means now all of them, they are coming with very good pixel camera, so absolutely no issue. So if we are using a desktop, means a separate webcam has to be used, or a monitor with a inbuilt high definition webcam has to be selected. So coming to this is the hardware requirement, hardware and internet requirement. Coming to the software part of it, so I am not advocating or suggesting any software over here. So generally, I have given the category of softwares that you require for conducting an online class. First and foremost, in order to conduct an online class, you require a video conferencing software, something like Zoom or Google Meet or any other software you will be able to use. Then preferably we must have a voice calling or messaging apps for mobile also is needed, just like your WhatsApp, Telegram, or any other app you will be able to use over there. And then if you are giving a recorded video and audio, a sound editing, a very good sound editing software is absolutely needed. And if the lectures are video capture, because in our department, some of the students are there in a remote area where the internet signals are there. So when they requested that they'll not be able to attend the online class because of the internet complication that they are having. So what we did is we recorded our live lectures, and then we uploaded it to appropriate websites. So thereby anytime a student will be able to access those video recording, and he will be able to learn. So for that you require video editing software, and preferably when you are going to use audio, video, graphics, animation and all that, your file will be very heavy. So transferring of the files via WhatsApp or internet will not be appropriate. So thereby what you can do is a teacher can have a cloud account in either Google Drive or OneDrive, and he can deposit all his lectures, PPTs, or the PDF files or the video recorded of his lecture in the cloud account, and then thereby he will be able to share that link to the students. So then we must have so when a lecture is going on, if at all, if a student is want to ask a question or anything, just like in Zoom, how you are having a chat facility, we must have a video chatting software. So these are the software part of it. What are the hardware part of it? I discussed over here, a very good quality mouse, internet, and keyboard, headphone, and a webcam. So to summarize, a good quality laptop or a tablet or a say smartphone or a desktop computer, anything will do. Along with it, you must have a very good quality headphone and with an inbuilt microphone, and a very good quality web camera must be there. So this is the hardware part of it. When it comes to the software, you must have a video conferencing, then video editing, audio editing, then you should store all your data in a cloud account like a Google Drive or OneDrive, and then you can share the link. So what are the types of files that we will be able to integrate in our online lecture? So you can see visuals, text, and then rich internet application, certain concepts can be simulated over there in the form of game, e-journal, databases, presentation. So on the other hand, we can integrate audio, video, simulation, animation, interactive modules. We can give e-books, and then immersive contents like augmented reality, virtual reality. This is the latest one. and energized books. Certain activity, depending upon the age group, you can think about the games and the energized books. So these are the different, file formats and different, content we will be able to add to our lecture. So in other words, what I would like to emphasize over here is whatever in our day-to-day face-to-face classroom, the activities that we were doing, the same activity we have to do it at a virtual level or at a digital level. A virtual classroom duplicates the capability found in real classroom. So most companies that sell virtual classroom software provide all these capabilities in a single package. That is what you are going to call it as the LMS or the learning management system. So what are the types of connectivity that we will be able to think with the students? So one thing that we will be able to see is completely online connectivity. We will be able to, e-learning can be, we will be able to, so no face-to-face meeting is not there. You are going to complete instruction, resources, recording, PPTs, PDF, everything you are going to load it into the appropriate web portals. Then mixed learning is a blend of online and direct communication. Blend of online, we will be able to, just like how we are interacting now, similarly like that you can interact with the students, and then you can also upload the video and other. Synchronous means the communication between provider and receiver happen directly as in chat room or video audio conferencing. So just like in Zoom, how we are doing synchronous. Synchronous is both the direction. A student also will be able to interact and the teacher also will be able to interact. So this is called as a synchronous communication. Asynchronous is information is passed through forums, emails, or any other web pages. Or we will be able to give them, just like in distance learning, what they are doing is they are providing self-study material. For example, if you are going to see the KSOU notes, they are only providing the self-study material. So the student has to sit on their own, they have to sit and read the material. So web-based learning is the websites with appropriate web pages can be developed by the teacher, and all the information or the depending upon the syllabus, as per the syllabus, the lectures and the notes and all the other aspects pertaining to that paper, exercises, problems, everything can be loaded in the web page and it can be delivered. Or on the other hand, sometimes some of the teachers whom we met across in the earlier batches, they said that the rural students, they don't even have the access to simple phone or smartphone, internet facility is not available to them. Then with such students, what we will be able to do? The best thing is you can record whatever web-based learning I said, no, entire your lecture, PPTs, PDF, notes, questions and answers, everything you can load it in a CD-ROM and give it to them, provided they should have a computer to open that CD and go through the content. So the best effective method, that is why it is called as the multimedia delivery over here. What is the meaning of multimedia? Multi is many. Media is you are using audio, text, image, and animation. You are using many types of media over here for the delivery of the content. So audio visuals are the most emphasizing, and memory retaining media where the students will be able to enjoy, and also they will be able to retain the content that they are going to learn. So audio conferencing can be implemented in two ways: computers connected to internet, then common name for this kind of implementation or IP audio conferencing or voice over IP. Then phone conferences, people dial the same number to participate in an audio conference. So this you are seeing in television. You are going to see very effectively that some of our politicians, ministers, and important doctors, they are going to come at a specific time in a channel, and the people will be able to log in, dial them, and ask the query. So this is called as the phone-in program. Then video conferencing can also be implemented in two ways. Computers connected to internet, computers need digital camera. Special video conferencing devices that connect over the internet or over phone lines. So anything you will be able to use over there, and then thereby we will be able to, using the Zoom or Google Meet or any other LMS software, we will be able to address. So synchronous, I'm not going to talk about other methods. So what we are practicing from almost 2 years in my department is synchronous e-learning. Let teachers conduct classes over the internet. Synchronous technologies also allow people to interact with peer and experts. Students also will be able to interact. Then and there only they will be able to ask the question or type the question in the chat box, or they will be able to raise their hand and they will be able to interact with the teacher. That is more. Or we are also going to have, in some of the softwares, we will have a whiteboard. So how we are writing in a blackboard in the classroom, we will be able to share that particular whiteboard, and using a tablet and a pen, we will be able to literally write. So this is very useful, especially in subjects like mathematics and statistics, where creating PowerPoint presentation and delivering the content, ready-made content to the students is not going to help. Step by step of equation, a teacher has to write and solve the problem. So at that time, shared whiteboards will be highly suitable. So similarly, in computer science technology also, readily, if you are going to deliver the complete Java program or C program or C+ program, the students will not be able to say nearly the 10 to 20 lines of program together. If you are going to deliver means, the student will not be able to understand each and every syntax that we have used over there. On the other hand, we will be able to use a whiteboard, and then we will be able to deliver. So this is called as a shared whiteboard, is a very common feature in a virtual classroom, and it is available in almost all virtual teaching softwares. So now these were the digital requirements for teachers. Now since digital tools for researchers is also needed, because some of you teachers will be researchers also. So the first and foremost resource that you can look as a researcher is the scientific papers and the e-books. The PDF you have to download, and the e-books you have to download. So for that you require appropriate softwares to open, like PDF reader or Acrobat reader. So these are the different types. Or if we are using say a Amazon tablet, we will be able to use the same e-book in a different format, and virtually, like page by page, we will be able to move the book. So reference management, the first and foremost challenge that is met by a researcher is he has to manage the papers that he has say really gone through. So reference management and indexing has to be done very critically. Then by chance his research contains certain images, so image editing softwares are needed. Data has to be visualized and analyzed. Then visualization tools are needed, depending upon what is your domain and what is the type of data that you are going to get from your research. Then organization of the entire content has to be done. Then certain scientific experiments that cannot be done in a real time has to be simulated in the computer. For that, appropriate type of softwares are needed. Then kindly, one of you has not muted your microphone. Please mute it. Some background noise I am getting. One of the participants, please mute your microphone. Then comes searching for the appropriate information in the web and writing of the papers. So these are the activities that are done by the researchers. And of course, you can add one more point over here for plagiarism testing. Plagiarism testing softwares are also needed. So now I am going to concentrate on the e-content development. So today, you know that the education is no more a service, or it is turning out to be a commercial industry. Many players have come into the field like Byju's, Vedanta. So many multinational companies are coming forward in the development of the e-content and delivering the content. High-end modules they have developed, and literally in a highly professional way they are delivering the things to the students. So e-content available in large numbers through various sources. So if you are going to search the web, there is no dearth for information, but few of them are found to have desired quality in terms of content. So that is why sometimes we see that especially when our students are going to give the class seminar, they are going to type that particular whatever in the topic that we have given for the seminar, that they type it in Google, and whatever content that is available by the Google search, simply they are going to copy it and paste it in the PowerPoint presentation, and they come to the seminar. So why I am telling this is few of them are found to have desired quality in terms of content, pedagogy, as well as technical aspects. So copyright violations are rampant, thereby restricting the scope of customizing the e-content according to local needs. Also, with plethora of smart and mobile devices, teacher and student-driven e-contents are available in abundance in the market. So students are also uploading their PPT to SlideShare and various other portals are there. Similarly, students are also uploading. So you are going to get a very vast amount of information regarding a topic. So e-contents are prepared by agencies and organizations as well as individuals. So not just individuals are creating the e-content. Just now I said the education is slowly in India is taking a commercial and say corporate turn it is taking. So thereby e-contents are prepared by corporate organizations in a very sophisticated manner, using the animation, using the graphics, and dedicated programmers are also there in order to wrap up the whole thing and deliver the things to the students in an easily accessible way. So in this situation, quality of such e-content may be questionable. Hence, it is important to develop clear guidelines for preparing quality and standard e-content. So when we are delivering, we have to analyze, we have to very clearly see the syllabus and the reference books, not just the content that is available from the internet alone should not be taken. So standard books has to be referred by the teachers, and the quality e-content has to be developed. E-content in any forum of learning material available digitally with a learning access interacts with so as to achieve related learning outcomes. E-content is becoming popular because it allows flexibility in terms of time, place, and pace of learning. So these are the three aspects that I would like to emphasize. There is no limitation that X teacher's class between 9 and 10 means a student need not restrict himself between 9 and 10. If he is going to miss that 9 to 10 hour means he is going to miss that particular module that is taught by the teacher. So on the other hand, so if a e-content LMS system is there and a teacher is going to post his video or PPT over there means, then flexibility will be there in terms of learning, and also flexibility will be there with respect to the time and pace of learning. So you have to see the chemistry of the students and the capacity of the students. Some of them will be fast learners, some of them will be slow learners. So we have the pace of learning of the students will be different. So what can be done over here is the flexibility of learning, time of learning, and pace of learning will become an added point in the e-content delivery. A resource-rich environment can be prepared. So what is going to happen when we are doing a blackboard teaching? some of the aspects we cannot add graphics over there. Elaborate graphics cannot be added. Elaborate animations cannot be added in classroom teaching. So now with the e-content development, we will be able to make it as a very say interesting environment, or a data rich environment, or a resource rich environment we will be able to do, where the learning can be enjoyed by the students. So learning has to be effective. The whole idea over here is whatever that is delivered has to be highly effective, and it should be useful to the student. A certain more elaboration I have made over here. So the e-content should be saved in appropriate file formats. So the e-content has to be you are going to save it in an unusual file format where the student will not be able to open it. Means then what is the use of that file format? The file format, the software to open those files should be available with the student. So that is why we have to see the facilities that are available with the students. So e-content, as I said, text can be used, video, images, and sound. So that is why resource-rich presentation can be created. So which will be more interesting and more enjoyable by the students. So if we have to do all, somehow we will be able to deliver the content. The PPT we can share via email, PPT we can share via WhatsApp, the PDF we can share via email and WhatsApp. But on the other hand, if in a class nearly around 40 to 50 students are there, means reaching all 40 to 50 students and ensuring that all of them are having access of the information that we have sent will be a difficult task. So that is why a learning management software, if it is used and you are going to deploy all your content in that, and then share that information to them just like a Google Classroom. So thereby what is going to happen, we will know who has used it, how many minutes he has seen that video, how much modules a student has gone through. So student wise statistics, we will be able to see whether a student has utilized the PPT, whether a student has utilized that video or not. Even 40 student statistics we will be able to take a printout and we will be able to give them and address them. So if at all, if somebody has not at all utilized the content that you have posted, then he can be caught. So he can be questioned why you have not studied, how many minutes you have studied, how many minutes he has gone through that PDF and PPT. We will be able to monitor through the LMS system. So complete classroom activity, whatever we are doing, instead of now what we are doing outside a learning management system, we are doing this. So if we are using via a learning management system, if we are going to do, it will be easy for the teacher to track and evaluate, and even the attendance can be very critically taken. Even parents can be made members of that particular LMS system, and parents can also see their children in activity, in the how many classes they have attended, and what exactly is the effort put by them, and even evaluation we will be able to do. Now what we are doing is using Google Forums or sending a question. So all this will be a totally non-professional way of delivering the things we will be doing. So this way we will be able to very critically address to the content delivery. One second, something is wrong with my internet. One minute. So this is the problem. If we are going to lose the internet connectivity, we are stuck. We will not be able to do anything. Just a minute. I'm unable to share my slides. That's the problem.
Madam, what happens, madam?
Internet connectivity.
Okay, madam. I will
Has gone. 1 second,
post
sir.
again, madam. Please share it now, madam. Please. Now you have been the host. Please share the PPT.
No. In my home, net connectivity is a little abrupted. So that's the problem.
Okay, madam. Otherwise,
One-
you do thing, madam. It's already.
One second.
Okay, madam. But you have been removed as a co-host here, madam, according to my view, in the sense.
Yeah. Net connectivity has gone. I'm
Gone.
seeing.
Okay,
I'm
madam.
talking of by the phone.
Okay, madam.
Phone connectivity, for phone data I'm using.
Sorry, madam. Okay, madam.
1 second, sir.
ನಾಳೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಗೆ if you don't mind ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡಿ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅಂತ ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
ಅದೇ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ಈಗ
ಬನ್ನಿ madam.
ತಾಪತ್ರಯ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನನಗೆ.
ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಈ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೇಡಮ್.
ಅದೇ
ಓರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೇಡಮ್. ಬಟ್
ಅದೇ I'll do it. So I was talking about the e-content development. So for that, you will be able to use the graphics software. And the first and the foremost thing is the text has to be delivered in a systematic way. And real road plan analysis, there is a very critical roadmap I have made as per the guidelines of the UGC. If internet connectivity is going to come, I'm going to show you that. Very critically, we have to see the audience, evaluation of the audience. That is what it is called as. There are 5 steps that is involved in developing the e-content. First one is you have to develop, you have to analyze who are your target audience and what is their capacity as per your subject. So as per the subject, we have to very critically evaluate the target audience, and we have to see what as per the syllabus, the reference books and other things we have to see, and the content has to be developed. Text content has to be very clearly developed. Then one more step that we have introduced in practice in our major project is we have to develop a storyboard. That means where the audio has to come, where the video has to come, where the animation has to come, and where the graphics has to come. So for an individual teacher working at this level, without a team will become very difficult. If in a very corporate company like Byju's or Vedanta or any other Khan Academy, they will be supporting staff, and then they will be able to do it. If a teacher is going to give the content and they are going to approve the audio and video and video audio recording, they are going to do, and the videos they are going to approve, animation they are going to approve, means integration of all that will be done by an expert programmer. So at an individual level, for a teacher on day-to-day basis, if you have to develop the e-content, means specifically all this activity integrating text, graphics, animation, everything, and delivering it in a professional way will become a major problem. And time and expertise are the two aspects that we have to look in. So with the available resources, I feel that a teacher will be able to use a PowerPoint presentation very effectively, and also they will be able to use a say convert that into PDF into a non-editable format, and then they will be able to deliver. And of course, you know that almost all the say mobiles today are with the powerful camera. If you are able to specifically purchase a good quality mobile stand, that you will be able to keep it in front of your blackboard. So no assistance is not needed. Just like how you are going to teach in a classroom, you will be able to utilize, and then you will be able to specifically record your entire blackboard teaching itself. You will be able to record. Assume that in your empty desk, students are there in the same Josh, you will be able to, many of my colleagues in the department, they are doing in an empty classroom, they are going to write the entire classroom lecture in the blackboard, and automatically they are keeping a mobile in front of the blackboard, and the blackboard recording itself is recorded as a video, and that video is exported to the students. So this way also we will be able to do it. So analysis, next comes the design. Design is you have to see that what facilities you are having with you without much stress, without taking much time. One will be able to specifically utilize the available resources and deliver the content. So first one is analyze, second one is design. So the third one is the interactivity. You interact with the students, you deliver the content to the student and see their response, evaluate their response, whether the students are able to understand the topic 100%, or whether the students are unable to understand the topic. This you evaluate, and if at all, you should be, a teacher should be in an open mind. The teacher should have an open mind to improvise. So if somebody is unable to understand a concept by the method that is delivered, you adopt an alternate method for the development. So this is how one will be able to specifically go ahead with the e-content development. As I said, 5 levels of say analysis or 5 steps of delivery is there. This 5 steps of delivery, I am not advocating. It is advocated by the UGC. So very critically, they have said that say evaluate your students. What is their capacity? What is their requirement? Subject wise, every subject will have different requirement. So according to the subject, we have to devise, and then we have to very specifically design our curriculum as per the syllabus in a user friendly way. And the file, as I said, as I have given over here, the file formats has to be highly specific. The ease of opening of the file should be there, and then the entire curriculum has to be divided into understandable modules. So the navigation between the modules should be easy for the student. Back and forth navigation of the modules must be there. And integrate, make your presentation with the available facility and with the expertise and with the technical skill a teacher is having. We cannot expect all of them to be computer programmers. So depending upon their expertise, how well versed they are in audio editing, how well versed they are in video editing, depending upon that, you will be able to make your delivery as rich as possible, and then you will be able to deliver. So this is your deliver till the delivery level. Then comes, after the delivery level, next comes how well the product is received by the student, how useful it was to the student. So that information has to be collected. Is there a scope for improvement? Topic wise, you will be able to take a feedback from them. And if there is a scope for improvement, certainly a teacher should be in an open mind to improvise his lectures. So this is where evaluation part of it is going to come. So all this has to be integrated and it has to be delivered in a very easy and in a smooth way. We have to deliver it to the students. We have to, without any stress, with the available infrastructure a student is having, he should be able to enable the content that is delivered by the student. So this is called as the online content development. So for that, you will be able to use the PowerPoint, you will be able to use the Photoshop software, you will, for graphics, you can use a simple Paint software is available in almost all computers that can be used for development of the graphics. And then internet is a very huge resource where you are going to get number of graphics and animation you are going to get. But when you are reposting of the data, copying data from some resource, you have to be careful regarding the copyright and patent. Otherwise, what is going to happen? You will end up in trouble. If you are going to repost the copyrighted data and copyright informations, if you are going to use, we have to extremely careful regarding the reuse of the information from the internet. The audio editing softwares like Audacity or so many simple, in the mobile only we can install the apps and then we will be able to edit it. So similarly, video editing. Sometimes when recording video lectures, there will be so many errors will be there, or overlapping content will be there, or some mistakes will be there. So the raw video has to be edited. So for that, there has to be a Premiere Pro or so many in the mobile only you can install the app and you can edit the video. So many video editing softwares are available. Free of cost it is available, so that you can download and use. Audio editing, video editing, graphics, animation, text. So these are the 5 say modules and elements that can be integrated in our presentation. So this is the whatever content that we are going to deliver to the students online. It has to be interesting to them. It has to be easily understandable by the student, and thereby he will be able to, in the difficult times, one will be able to continue education. Motivating the student in continuing the education and reading is another part of it, because in the when we were handling the classes way back in 2020, especially in October, out of 40 students, nearly 25 students used to come and join, and rest of the students, due to technical drawbacks, they never used to join for the online class at all. Then each one of them we had to contact, we had to call them, we had to ask what is. Some of them said that they don't have internet connectivity. Some of them, they said that they don't have the smartphones, or the available facilities are not available. Then what we, for both the cases, what we have to do is we started recording the lectures and then sharing them via WhatsApp, sharing them via internet, so that they will be able to come to a place where internet available and download those videos, and then they used to take and study. Or then our lecture notes we used to send in the PPT format or the Word format. So today the e-content is almost it is not a strange word either to the teacher or to the student. It is a very specifically a very known word in these 2 years. The concept is very familiar with the students. So the technology has to be improved upon for the effective delivery. Technology has to be adopted for the improvement of the effective delivery of the lectures to the students. If you have any questions, you can ask.
Dear participants, if you have any queries or doubts, please clarify now. You know, madam is going to discuss, interact with you tomorrow, same time. By that time also you can write the questions. Okay, Bhaskar, please unmute
madam.
your screen.
Madam, your lecture is like very well, but problem of rural areas, there are no internet connectivity and extra.
Yeah, today, see, in these 2 years, not a single day I have internet has failed in my house. And today, unfortunately, I'm having internet problem, and both my both my children are computer science postgraduates. They are not available to set the things right. So this is also an experience for a teacher.
Okay. Thank you, madam.
So internet connectivity is of utmost important. Networking should be there. If networking is not there, however eager a student is to attend the class, or however teacher has prepared, without internet, if we are going to, we cannot do anything. We cannot connect to the students. So that is the limitation
Yes.
in virtual classroom.
Madam. Thank you, madam.
Hello, madam. In your class was most of theoretical stuff. I think being we faculty, we know all these stuff to how to use, and we are familiar in the last 2 years maintain that. You could have been much practical courses that would have been useful for us.
In virtual method, how will be able to do the practical part of it?
In the sense, showing video, it can be done.
See, showing YouTube video, I don't believe it.
Not YouTube video. If any practical work that you have done, okay, like that.
Practical, so many my show reels are there, I will be able to show. Basically, I am also a scientific animator. My area of specialization is bioinformatics, right?
Yes, but my most of them are most of us are we are faculty.
Yeah,
and
in these after 2 years, everybody is familiar with online class. I don't deny it at all. Everybody is familiar with the online facility and the PowerPoint presentation and the tools, everything they know. Okay. So the only thing is the pedagogy and the appropriate content delivery, reposting of the information from one source to another source. This is what I was emphasizing. This should not be done. The content should be original, and content should be at par with the syllabus. The content should be specifically, the student should be able to, because most of the time what we are going to hear is the content the student will not be able to open. The file format and the integration of the file format. So all this has to be very specifically handled, and in a very careful way we have to integrate the file formats. One second, I think my internet got reconnected. One second, let me show the remaining part of the slide.
Madam, it's okay. We are also the time is up. So
no, one. Any other question I'll be able to take up. Meantime, just 2 minutes. I'm rejoining the meeting. Sir, Nanjan Swami, sir, you have to, I'm disabled.
Okay, sorry, madam. Okay, you do one thing, madam. Tomorrow we'll continue that part also.
No, just 2 minutes, you allow me.
Okay.
Just
You
I'll
please
show
do.
you, I'll complete my topic today.
Okay, madam. Please go ahead.
You have made me the co-host?
Post ಆಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ madam. Continue, madam.
No.
ಇಲ್ಲ madam, post ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ madam.
ಈ ಡೊಮೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ ನೋಡಿ, ಅಮೃತವಲ್ಲಿ
ಒಂದು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ madam.
ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಇರೋದು ಬೇಡ.
Okay,
Two devices I have logged in.
Yes, madam. Okay, just madam. Okay. ಇವಾಗ madam.
Yeah.
Please, madam. Yes, madam. Process of developing e-content. Yes.
Slide.
Okay, madam.
Hello.
Full screen agide. Madi madam. Okay, continue, madam.
Okay. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Analysis. Just 2 minutes. Analysis, design, develop, implement, and evaluate. These are the 5 points a teacher has to look into. Analyze. Already I have elaborated on this. The target audience and the capacity of the students and the syllabus, the subject, you have to very specifically look into and evaluate. And then design. Design, you can create a storyboard. So this is a film language that I'm talking about, where the text has to come, where images has to come. So this has to be very critically decided by the teacher. So designing has to be addressed here in a technical way. This is going to change from subject to subject. And then with the available resources, a teacher, whatever resources that are there, one will be able to utilize these resources and develop the content and implement it. After implementing it, you have to evaluate whether how well it is received by the student. And is there any modification or improvement it is needed? So that we have to very clearly see. So the importance of selecting the most appropriate media which communicates your message simply and effectively, not necessary. Some of the teachers, they are going to ask, do we have to integrate all 5 elements? Not necessary that you have to use high-end graphics, you have to use animation, you have to use, no. As long as even effectively, if you are using only an audio file, fine. As long as you are effectively able to deliver the content only by the audio file, fine. Or you are using only a PPT and you are delivering no other facility you are having, means fine. Using only the PPT, one will be able to deliver. The goal over here is most appropriate media you can select, and then you can communicate your message simple, in a very simple way, but it should be effective to the student. This is the take home message that I am giving. With this, I conclude. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you very much, madam.